All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome.
In the Golden State,
Welcome back.
tossing and turning all the time for a sauna. I know the best way to make it is to cut the drama and give it my all and follow through on what I promise. And even if I
Welcome
fail,
back,
at
ladies and
least I was
gentlemen.
honest.
We
So I
won
can
the
only do
appeal.
what's in my power to do and what good
Why?
is this power.
I don't know why. I don't know why they said it was. I don't know why they. I don't know why people want to report.
Just watch the news. Don't try to photocopy. You can
Welcome back, and I didn't listen. If we're not all able to be civilized adults and have honest conversations, I mean, what are we doing? I'm there. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. It could be TT. All right, I'll take your word for it, Mr. James. It could be TT. We won the appeal though, so if not, I was just going to take the. I was just going to enjoy my. I was going to enjoy the rest of my. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I was about to just go enjoy the rest of my morning and eat some breakfast. Probably go to the gym. Daisy, welcome back, Daisy. Let's warm the live back up. Thank you, and. You know what I was talking about, and I was rocking and rolling. Seriously, folks, I was. Woo. All right, all right. I was rocking and rolling, ladies and gentlemen, like you wouldn't believe. I mean, come on now. We have so much liquid gold under our feet, and I was about to drill, baby. I was about to drill, baby, drill. You should have seen where I was about to take this live, ladies and gentlemen. And then they got me and they said, well, Zeus, that's a little too far, all right? It's a sensitive issue. Yeah, it's a sensitive topic. I get it. But I think, in the spirit of having honest conversations, which is pretty much where this show is turned into, right? This is a show about having honest conversations. One thing I had to learn about this situation with the election is clearly a lot of us had no clue what the heck we were saying. You go into a live. Who's going to win the election? Oh, Kamala's going to win hands down. She's going to win. Well, that went over well, right? So no, let's really have the honest conversations about what's happening. And there are issues going on in the Democrat Party as well, and that's why I said it's not just those on the right who are going to find out. No, there's folks over here that brand themselves as being on the left. And no. Tripod. I'll never say that I love Donald Trump. You know that. You could go smell his dirty diaper. You can go smell Donald Trump's dirty diaper all you want, but absolutely not. I know a con artist when I see one. I know a fraudster when I see one. I know somebody who's just not a good person when I see him. I don't love that guy. All right? No, conservative, you're about to find out. And so I'll pick. Hold on. So I'll pick up left off. I do the information about Dearborn voters who voted for Trump because they wanted to punish Democrats, all right? But they're now realizing that Donald Trump is actually going to target him. Donald Trump's administration is going to target them. They realize this now. And where I was about to go was we had an uncommitted voter from Michigan. This is where I was about to go. You had an uncommitted voter from Michigan who went on to CNN yesterday. And believe it or not, he began to beg, and I do mean this, beg President Biden to do something about Netanyahu before Donald Trump and Mike Huckabee complete what he called an ethnic cleansing campaign of the West Bank and southern Lebanon. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen, all right?
If it looks like ethnic cleansing, it sounds like ethnic cleansing. It's an ethnic cleansing campaign in Gaza and West Bank and southern Lebanon. And Mike Huckabee was just named as the guy who's going to oversee the final stages of that campaign. And so our message right now is to President Biden, you've got to do something about this, President Biden. Stand up for once to Netanyahu before Donald Trump successfully gets away with pinning this legacy of this ethnic cleansing campaign on you and you alone forevermore.
See, that's why See, that's why I decided we got to have a conversation because you can't go on the CNN. You know, I watch, you all know, I watch various news networks. Sometimes I watch Fox, sometimes I watch MSNBC, and sometimes I watch CNN. And when things stick out like a sore thumb, I go, whoa, wait a second. So, you know, you have to go do the research and find out how we got here. Oh, okay, so you were uncommitted and you were trying to punish Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, so you didn't vote for them, or you may have just voted for Donald Trump. And now, here we are. We're voting. I mean, not voting, but begging President Biden to do something. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen, ladies and gentlemen, because the best thing you could have did or done was vote for Kamala Harris. All right, you would have basically stood a better chance of saving those people over there, all right, than to just sit there and give Donald Trump the keys to do whatever he wants. It's basically like putting a wolf in the hen house, right? So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the movement was Jill Stein. Let's have these conversations, all right? I want to make it crystal clear to all of you out there. I don't think what I'm doing is fear mongering at all, right? I think this is time. It's time for America to have I call it a come to Zeus moment about what really happened. It's not Tiffany. It's not fear mongering, right? We lost, and there's more than enough blame to share with everyone. So if you are a Trump supporter, you could come up here too, because I definitely want to finish the conversations that I've been having. But if you are somebody that wants to also come up here and have these tough conversations, just put a 1 in the chat and I'll bring you right on up here and we'll get this straightened out. Don't worry. I'll lower your taxes. Yeah. Anybody, if you voted for Donald Trump, or actually I'm going to go one step further, or you just flat out didn't vote, I think it's time to talk. Right? You lost, now get lost. Hold on. You lost now? Come on up here, Mike. See, when people say things like that to me, I get a little, I have to ask questions. What the heck did I lose? Hey, Mike, what did I lose? Higher prices. Okay. 11 million for Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, Sarah. Oh, Sarah, you can't come up here. Hey, Zit, you lost again. Come on up here. All right, I'll talk to you. Mike, I sent you a guest request, and just like you normally do, you had nothing to offer. You just want to sit in the comment section and cry. Well, look at this. Oh, look at that. We have Trash Bait. Trash Bait, you seem to be the only one brave enough to come up here. What is it you want to say to me?
Yo, you lost, bro. Get over it.
But what did I lose? I don't think I lost anything.
Yes, you lost the election, the House and the Senate. You lost everything.
Why do you think that happened? Hold on, my thing is, man. Why did it happen?
What did I tell you why it happened?
You tell us, because I don't think that I lost anything really.
Yes, because all you Democrats do is cry. You say Trump is the eighth man. I'll try to keep it clean for you.
Thank you. I appreciate you at least trying to keep it clean, because you I would say you did a number turning a lot of voters off on your side as well.
No. We won everything. My message got through.
What was your message?
Vote for Trump if you want to get everything back to normal.
But that doesn't make any sense to the average American when you're paying attention to what's happening.
Normal means low gas prices, low food prices, low everything. Everything's going to go back to where it was. You'll watch and see. I've never been wrong, dude. Everything I've told you's come true.
But Elon just said there's going to be some stinging. It's going to sting for a minute before it gets better. That's what Elon said. So I don't.
The stinging's going to be on you guys.
Why? He was talking about you.
No, he wasn't talking about me. He was talking about you.
What do you think about Matt Gaetz?
I'm not a big fan of him being Attorney General myself, but if that's what Trump wants, that's what Trump wants.
Wow. So you're not in favor. Are you ever going to push back on Trump on anything, or are you like that one
I just said,
representative,
I just said that I'm not a fan of Matt Gaetz.
Troy Niels? You heard what he said, right? Did you hear what he said when Trump says jump? You heard that comment? Is that the
Oh,
type
I'm
of?
sure. I'm sure Matt Gaetz is a jump guy.
And would you jump too?
No, I don't jump
Okay.
for nobody,
So when you say you won but I lost, how do you win with the tariffs?
dude. You know when tariffs started, right?
When?
In the 1700s.
And you're going to try to use the argument that that's how the government was originally funded,
You know
right?
how the government was funded, right? The government was funded with tariffs.
That's what I knew you were
They
going
didn't
to
start.
say.
They didn't start stealing our money until the 1930s when they brought on income tax. That's when they started stealing our money.
Who? Who are they?
The government. Income
So,
tax is theft.
but there's economists that are saying when these tariffs kick in, it's going to cost the average American additional $4,000. So
Well, let's see.
when people go and they use things that happened in the past and they use it now, then I should be able to do the same thing, correct?
Well, Biden kept all of Trump's tariffs on. So why did he do that?
Well, some of them actually made sense for President Biden, but that's neither here nor there. Biden's on his way out.
All tariffs make
Biden,
sense. All
Biden's on his
tariffs make sense.
okay, but at the end of the day, it's actually going to cost the American people. I would imagine you're an American and you're going to experience this.
Okay. Hold on a second. So you say it's going to cost us 4,000?
Yeah.
Well, Biden's economic policies is costing us 11,000 extra a year. So if it's 4,000, what are we saving?
So, how did Biden's economic policies cost that? Are you talking about just inflation overall that
Yeah,
impacted
it's
everyone in the
11.
world?
The average family is paying 11,000 more a year. So on Trump's, if it's only 4,000, we're making out.
Well, no. It's going to be if you do it the way you're doing, you got to keep the 11 and then add another 4.
No. No.
So then what you're going to do is subtract the 11 and then add 4.
Yes, because Trump's going to his deregulation on energy will bring energy prices down.
But so let me get this straight. When do the prices go down 11,000? 11,000. When do they go down 11,000?
Well, Trump's not in office yet. Once he
Yeah,
gets in
okay.
office and he starts signing those executive orders, you'll see everything starts to come
Okay,
down.
so day one, he's going to sign all these executive orders. Our utility bills are going to get cut in half.
I would say within the first 6 months they will be. Yes.
Okay, you all heard it. This guy right here, first 6 months, utility bills are going to get cut in half. So the 11,000 that you're claiming Biden's policies contributed, that's going to get reversed entirely.
That'll all go away. Yes.
What about the eggs?
Yeah. Well, everything, dude. Everything is predicated on energy prices. When energy prices come down, all prices follow. If a
Got
truck
it.
driver has to listen, if a truck driver has to pay $400 a week in gas to get the produce to the store, when Trump's in office, if he only has to pay $200 to fill that tank, prices come down.
Okay, let me ask the audience real quick. How many of you all out there believe that what this guy in the box is saying is true? If you believe what he's saying, please put a 1 in the chat. Because honestly, if that happens,
It's gonna happen.
if that happens, I'm sold.
Yeah.
You're not getting a lot of people saying they believe you. Only got about 20 people, and there's 1,000 in here. What do you have to say about that?
That's because 900 of them are your Branch Davidians.
Okay, don't go there. Don't go there. You're doing good. I'm surprised you've been behaving as well. Okay, okay. I disagree with you on that. But now there's another issue that I also wanted your opinion on: mass deportations. What do you know about that?
Yeah, they need to start immediately.
Do you subscribe to the idea that perhaps some innocent Americans could be sucked up into this? Because yesterday I had a very intense conversation.
Yes. Yes,
you-
it's called collateral damage. You know, like when you go to war and you shoot a target and you're getting the bad guy, but you also, you end up taking the lives of 1,000 other regular civilians, it's called collateral damage.
So, but listen, I had a Hispanic gentleman in my box. He voted for Trump yesterday, and I'm sure you heard him. He doesn't believe that's going to happen.
No, I'm sure it'll happen. I mean, it's because what you'll have is people that are in between green cards and different things like that, where they didn't renew something. Those people will probably end up getting picked up.
But they're not. But they're not criminals according to the way that they believe. Remember,
I don't think all are criminals, but I think they need to get. They need to get the criminal element out.
so to the people out there, my Hispanic brothers and sisters, I want you to listen to this guy right here. He voted for Donald Trump, and he's confirming exactly what I've been saying. Some of you are going to end up getting deported.
I don't know if they'll get deported, but they'll get caught up in that chain. So once they go through and vet everybody, those people will be okay. But it's going to happen. There's no way. If you're going to have mass deportation, that's all.
Because he needs 11 million bodies. He needs 11 million.
11 million bodies aren't getting deported, dude.
Well, that's the number that they're touting.
That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
How many do you think it'll be?
I think when they start off, it'll probably be I would say it'll at least take a couple years just to get out about 1 million of them.
Okay, interesting. All right. I mean, so I just wanted to pick your brain because they don't trust the Democrats because there's this rumor out there that Democrats are evil, right? Democrats they're the establishment and all that deep state stuff. So I think it means a lot more when the people who voted for Donald Trump hear from somebody like yourself. And when Trump gets in, do you think that's when the deportations will start?
Yeah, I don't know if they'll start day one, but I mean they have to get everything together. They have to get the people together to do it. I mean it's you're talking about a big operation. It's not going to happen day one.
Got it. Okay.
You have Democratic governors already giving pushback. Saying they're not going to do.
I'm in a blue state, and Gavin Newsom at least has put it out there that we're going to definitely push back against the Trump administration and some of the things that they're, planning on doing. Because after all, isn't it safe to say we all know Donald Trump has no respect for the rule of law?
Well, this is what I'm going to tell you. If the governors think that they're not going to be able to that they can stop it, they'll push Trump into doing martial law, and then the governors will be put in jail.
So you believe that you believe Donald Trump is going to actually start trying to jail governors because these governors are actually trying to protect its citizens, and doesn't that take away from states' rights?
No, illegal immigrants aren't citizens.
But they're not criminals. They just came in
It doesn't matter. They're not citizens. They're here illegally. Do you understand that, right? I know you don't like to use the word illegal.
I don't.
You guys like to call them newcomers or something.
No. I call them people.
I call them illegal immigrants.
Well, I mean, but see, this is.
I'm not saying they're bad people, but they're still here illegally.
But see, a lot of people.
You couldn't take your family and cross over into Mexico. They would put you in jail in 2 seconds.
But who's benefiting? Remember, I played the video about this same exercise, Operation WB. There are people in this country that are benefiting from people coming in and they're not getting, their immigration status squared away right before they begin working. There's people in your party that are directly benefiting from this. Why doesn't that seem to be the topic? Why doesn't that get covered?
Of course, I understand that 100%. I'm just saying that the United States can't sustain 10 million people a year, bro. It can't happen. It used to be 1 million a year. That was the number.
Well, I beg to differ. There's more liquid gold underneath our feet than you can imagine, and that's enough to help take care of anyone in this country. So we're going to agree to disagree on that.
Guess what? Biden wouldn't allow that liquid gold to come out.
No. We're already producing more oil than we need. We already have energy dominance. We already are in energy dominant. All right. We have the best economy in the world. But again,
no. You're lying.
Again.
They're pumping more oil. There's no new oil coming.
There's not there's not a demand for more oil right now. I
Yes,
mean,
there is. Yes, there is.
no, there
Because
isn't.
we could be selling it to Europe instead of Europe buying it from Russia.
Wow, wow, that's what
Yeah.
you're thinking.
Oh, absolutely.
They're already getting it too. I mean, sir,
No. Europe
if
still buys their oil from Russia. Don't get that twisted. Germany still buys all their oil, all their natural
all,
gas, everything from Russia.
give me the information. I would love to see it because that's not what I understand.
No, that's no.
So your argument is Donald Trump is going to drill, baby, drill, not because we need to use it here, but to sell it to these other countries. Yeah, I need to see that. That makes absolutely no sense.
That's how you take the deficit down.
Wow. No.
Yeah.
How you take a deficit down is bringing in more revenue, right? And cutting expenses. I mean, we all know that.
If we sell stuff to other people, we get that money. That is revenue. What are you talking about?
Fair enough. All right. Fair enough. I
You know
mean,
how revenue works, right?
okay. So let me ask you this: 6 months in, and Donald Trump doesn't lower those gas prices. What happens next?
But I'm not worried about it.
If he doesn't do it, that would mean he's a liar, right?
No, that would just mean that it's happening slower than everyone thought.
Interesting. Last talking point, and if you can, please try to keep it as clean as possible. Is he going to end these conflicts that he promised to end, according to your understanding of things in the cult world?
Yeah,
Is he going to?
both will end within a year.
I thought he was going to end the moment he became president elect.
Yeah, both will end within this year. Yeah,
And how's it going to end?
because
No,
Russia,
like what? Okay, yeah. What will be the?
Let me tell you how it's going to end. Okay, Russia's going to get whatever Russia has taken over. They're going to be able to keep that.
Oh, and same for Ukraine
Say for Ukraine. Yeah, that's how that's going to happen.
and Crimea. That's going to stick to being. That's going to continue to belong to Russia. That's how you see this ending.
Yes, because Crimea was given to Russia by Obama. Obama gave that to him.
No, see,
Yeah, that was taken over during the Obama.
yeah, but that doesn't mean Obama gave it to him. Come on now, stop
Yes.
it. Stop lying. You don't gotta lie. You won.
That's not a
You
lie.
you
That's
you
the truth.
won. Your party won. You don't gotta lie. We know what happened. They did that,
Remember,
and Obama.
Obama sent them blankets. Trump sent them javelins.
Well, you know what they're saying about Putin and Trump right now, right? You know Putin doesn't really have a lot of respect for him. You saw those videos that they have of Trump's wife circulating. You saw that, right?
Dude, I really don't care about that kind of stuff.
But you know who's top dog out of that in that situation. It's not Donald Trump.
Well, you'll see. You'll see what happens.
Okay, I mean, I just wanted to make sure we know who the alpha is.
Mark my
And,
words. The Ukraine war will not go on another full year. It will not happen.
okay, all right, but you've already said the things that he's promised. If it doesn't happen, it'll just need a little more time. So I'm just not sold on the promises that Donald Trump has made the way you are. But you know, to each their own. Now, how's the conflict? How's the conflict in Gaza going to get worked out? Because
Well, you already see Qatar's kicking Hamas out of Qatar, so that's already happening.
yeah, but how's it going to end? Is there going to be a two-state
And
solution?
the leader of Hamas got a hole in his cranium the size of a.
I get all that, but just tell me, when does it end? I get all that. I don't want to get. We got this is TikTok, all right.
That conflict is never going to end, but the war type that's going on right now will end within the year.
Okay. I mean, listen,
Israel's going to continue to.
is there going to be a two-state solution?
No, there'll never be that because the Palestinians don't want that. They want a one-state solution and they want to run stuff.
Okay.
That's been going on for centuries.
Well, okay. Well, listen, I don't know what to make of this.
Really, there's no country called Palestine. So there's no such
Okay,
thing as
I get that's where your belief system is. I don't know what to make of you, but I can tell you one thing: you're definitely.
There's a country called. This is the truth. There's a country called Israel, and there's not one called Palestine. Those are facts.
Okay, listen. I'm not going to go too deep into that because you see what this does on the app. But I'm gonna have to move it on. All right, you did a pretty good job not cursing and doing all that vile stuff, but you got a long ways to go. All right, now I'm going to move it on. I'm going.
Take a deep breath, Zeus. Woosah, brother. Woosah.
Okay. And you do this. And you do the same thing. And honestly, And
You're gonna be
honestly,
okay. See, during the Biden administration, I was okay too because
no,
I
you
make a lot of
weren't.
money.
No,
I
no,
make a lot of money.
stop it.
I like to make more money. That's why I vote
No,
Republican.
no,
Yeah.
you were crying on TikTok about your egg prices too. You
No,
were
I never.
crying
I don't care
about
about egg
gas.
prices.
You were
No,
crying
no,
about taxes. See, I can't do this with
no.
you.
I was never crying about none of that stuff.
Jesus Christ.
I said all yes, yes.
Okay, okay.
Are you calling for me? Are you
Now,
calling for me again?
I'm out of here. You got to go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Trash Bait. I'm going to still call him Trash Bait, but he did a better job, ladies and gentlemen. And unfortunately, he's a prime candidate for hell. Thank you for actually coming up and controlling the MAGA demon a lot better. That's the best he's ever done, ladies and gentlemen. But unfortunately, it's not enough. We're going to warm up the lake of fire for him. All right, Trash Bait? All right? All right? Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we got to do. Join me in sending him straight to the bottom of the lake of fire. Let's give him a huge round of booze and shade.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
I mean, for what it is worth, honestly, he isn't that the best he's behaved. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's progress. That means he's starting to understand. It's a little bit. You get a little bit more with honey. You know what they say. You get more bees with honey. All right, let's move it on, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I'm not branding myself as knowing all of the answers, ladies and gentlemen, and that's why we have to have these kind of shows. All right, because it is what it is. All right, bringing up the next panelist. All right, good morning, Takesha. How are you? How are you doing?
Hey Zeus, how you doing this morning?
I'm all right. I'm all right. They tried to take a brother down, but I'm back. All right. You know how that goes.
Zeus, do you hear all the faith that these people have in this man?
Thank you, Sneaky Fingers. I do.
Oh my goodness, Zeus. When he don't do something they think he gonna do, they probably go jump in the lake head first and put a brick on their back to make sure they go to the bottom and die.
Yeah.
This is astounding to me, Zeus. Now let me touch on a couple of things. Do you remember this whole time when they were saying Putin would have never went in Ukraine if
If
Trump was
Trump
in
was in the
there?
office, we
Because
finished each other's sentences when we said that.
Putin is scared of Trump. He
That's
was
right.
scared what Trump was gonna do. Zeus, let me ask you a question. If a man was scared of another man, would he put his wife naked all over a TV and stuff? Would he do that?
No.
Like, and then the man said yesterday, well, you just wait till Trump gets in and does what? If he knows that Trump gonna get in and still be control of the nuclear codes, and he still put his wife up naked, guess what Putin ain't? Scared of Trump. Guess who's scared? Trump. Because guess what he ain't did? Said nothing. He just like Ted Cruz. When he talked about Ted Cruz's wife, and Ted Cruz didn't say nothing, and then bowed down and kissed the ring, Trump ain't finna say nothing to Putin because he bowing down, kissing Putin's ring.
There you go.
Bottom line, Zeus, if I was scared of somebody, ain't nothing I would do towards that person to make that person come after me.
That's right. Y'all show Takesha some love. She's up here telling the truth. And Trash Bait, please listen to what she is saying. I know it's hard, but she's telling the truth.
Now, secondly, Zeus, he said, yeah, we paid over 11 with Biden.
11,000 a
Yeah, we'll
year.
just pay 4 with Trump. We supposed to be paying 0 with Trump because everything supposed to go back peachy key. Gas supposed to be 99 cents. Eggs supposed to be 55 cents.
Those eggs.
Look, our energy bill is supposed to be so low that we'll leave the lights on. We'll be like the Motel 6. We'll leave the light on for you because
Tell Takesha. Tell him, Takesha. And did you notice how now it's not when he becomes president elect? It's
Now
not
it's
going
not
to.
urgent, Zeus. It ain't urgent. He gotta have time. But that is not what he said. He said, time he get in there. Day one, Zeus. Day one, I'm supposed to go to Walmart and get 50-cent eggs. When I get my light bill that month, it's supposed to be $20. I'm waiting on that, Zeus. We not giving no excuses. We ain't getting no extra time. We taking this man at what he said.
Agreed.
I ain't paying no extra.
A quick push in the timeline back. All right, and say,
Stop pushing the
oh,
timeline back. He said he was going to end the wars the day he was elected. Not when he got in, but when he was elected.
she's not lying.
I don't care who calling me a liar. They the ones with the brass over their eyes and they can't see.
That's
He
right.
said it.
Are we
I'm
wrong?
on it.
Are we wrong to want him to keep his word?
He too many days late for me on this war stuff. Now. I'm tired of waiting, Zeus.
I am too.
Now I was gonna wait. I woke up the next morning waiting on them to come out and say, "Hey, the wars are over." We
Yeah,
still waiting, Zeus.
I am
Are you
too.
waiting?
I am. And I'm keeping my finger on the pulse about what's happening over there.
When is
Does
it gonna happen, Zeus?
no time soon. And did you hear what he said? Putin's going to be able to keep whatever he's got already.
Let me tell you something.
Does that sound like things are ending?
Let me tell you something, Zeus. Putin is ramping up. It don't look like to me that Putin finna do no backing up for getting no one play. No, it's not gonna happen. They gonna find out that Leaky Cheeks wrote a lot of checks that little stinky butt can't cash.
That's facts.
And that's a fact, Zeus. He
Amen.
gave them an I Dream of Genie. They rubbed the bottle. He came out and said all that stuff. They fell for it. And now they gonna see. Bless they little pitiful hearts.
Do you think? Oh, go for it. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Zeus. Go
Do,
ahead.
do you think people are going to regret not voting for Joe Biden now once this all comes out? Do you think they're really going to have that come to? I call it a come to Zeus moment. You know, it usually call it a come to Jesus. But
Zeus, the stock in Kleenex finna be so high. The stock in depression pills finna be so high. These people gonna be walking around like the zombie eclipse. They
thank
gonna
you.
be walking around Zeus. They ain't gonna be bathing. They ain't gonna be brushing their teeth. They ain't gonna be combing their hair. They gonna be so depressed because the man they put all their faith in, which should have been the Lord,
Yeah.
but they gave it to Trump.
Yeah.
It's gonna let them down. Who appoints Matt Gaetz as attorney
Oh,
general?
oh, oh.
All he did was try to help Matt
She's not
Gaetz.
lying.
He tried to help Matt Gaetz escape what he was finna have coming. He did for Matt Gaetz what he ran for and did for himself, and that's escape accountability for
Yeah.
his actions.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
disgusting, but you know what, Zeus? I always tell people, you think you be done got away, but God always got away. A brother you to your knees like a woman in a prostitute house who trying to get extra money for her son.
Hallelujah. She's not lying. Someone asked what your qualifications are. Could you please tell them your
What
global?
are Donald Trump's qualifications?
There you
What
go,
are
right
your
there.
qualifications?
There you
Why are
go.
you asking me? I'm qualified to tell the truth and them but the truth. So help me, God.
Hand
Anything
on the
about me in
Bible.
that Bible, I could tell you about. That's my qualification.
There you go.
My qualification is being smart enough not to put my faith in a man who can't do no more than me, who if he don't bathe, he'll stink, who put his pants on one leg at a time, like me, who keep gluing that little toupee on top of his head. Yeah, those are my qualifications. I
Wait
don't
a
put my
second.
trust in man, and you shouldn't either.
Exactly. Now, I want to speak to this real quick, and then, oh, Red Lady Red. She said, "Girl, God laughing at you," and you know who Red Lady
Bring
Red
her
is.
on up, Zoo. Please bring her up.
Okay, let's talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse the intermission, but we got
Can I
some
help you?
we got some community business to address in
Can
the
I help
community.
you? Is this the $15 egg lady?
Yeah, she said those
Baby,
answers.
what you want with me?
$9. They was $9.
Baby, what you want with me?
They was $9.
What you want with me?
You first of all, you need to pipe. You need to pipe down.
Yeah.
Are you a man or a woman? Let's get that.
Are you a
straight
man or a
first.
woman? Because I'm trying to question that too by your
Are
picture. Go
you
ahead.
a man or a woman?
Go ahead. Finish what you got
I'm
to say.
confused. Am I talking
Yeah, you
to
are confused.
he, she,
You definitely
or a
confused.
she,
You've been
she,
confused since the beginning.
or a she, her?
Now, why can't we all just get along?
Girl, just come on with the question.
Which one is you?
Come on with the question.
Why can't we all
Are
just
you
get along,
trans?
Red Lady
Just
Red?
come on.
Are
Baby,
you
she need to
trans,
come on with
ma'am?
the
Why you up here
question,
trying
Zeus.
to? You should
Baby,
not
come on
judge
with the
or talk about
question.
nobody looks. Have you
Come
looked
on
at
with the
yourself?
question.
Come
Have
on
you
now.
looked
That's
at
below.
yourself?
Come on,
Come
Red
on
Lady
with
Red.
Like
the
I said, God, you
question.
up here trying to use God.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
God laughing
now we
at
getting
you,
somewhere.
lady.
Uh-huh.
God is laughing at you.
Is he?
Ain't nothing you said up here sounds like a godly woman, a
Uh-huh.
woman of God.
Uh-huh.
You sound like a Jezebel, a
No,
witch. A demonic. Say you not a witch. I dare you say you not a witch.
That's below
I'm not a
the.
witch.
Say you not a witch, because you know witches
I'm
can't
not a
can't
witch.
deny it.
I'm
Witches
not a
can't
witch, but I'm
deny it.
finna
Are
be a
you a
B to
witch?
you. I'm not
Are
a
you
witch,
a
but I'm
witch?
finna be a B to you.
Are you a witch?
Are you?
No, I'm not. No,
Now,
and I
Yes, you
proudly
are.
said, no, I
okay,
am not a witch. Let's say you
okay,
say it. Are you
okay.
a
I'm not a
witch?
witch, but I'm finna be a
Are
B.
you a
Oh, oh,
witch?
oh, 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 oh. No, see. We've had
See,
enough.
look,
I had to
Zeus, you
do it.
don't even understand.
I had to
Zeus,
do it. Red Lady
Zeus,
Red, I'll take care of that. Don't worry. I'll lower your
Zeus,
taxes. But Takesha, all right, we
Zeus.
did something we didn't.
I wasn't finna cuss her. You see, I
I
said
saw it
Zeus.
getting there, and I said I can't do
Zeus.
it because my mama is on.
I wasn't gonna cuss her, Zeus. But let
Okay,
me explain something to Red Lady Red.
okay, all right. And then
Anybody that thinks that everything Donald Trump says and he's still a Christian, don't ever question my Christianity.
okay.
I can say what I want to say. We're not perfect people. But I tell you what, my faith wasn't put in Donald Trump like yours was. I ain't counting on Donald Trump to lower no egg prices so I can eat like you did. I'm not counting on Donald Trump to lower no gas prices so I can put gas in my car like you did. I'm not sitting up here simping for a man who has never taken up for your kind like you have.
Amen.
Baby, don't ever come up here and try to say nothing to me about being a witch, because a witch I am not. But I will always be a bee in waiting to take
Oh,
you down. How
Lord
about
have
that?
mercy. Lord have mercy.
How
Whoa.
about that?
Well, listen,
I've
listen.
been laughing at you ever since the first day you came to
Oh,
Zeus.
Lord.
You are so uneducated. And
Lord.
that's why you will be caught up in the
Whoa.
STUPID bus line.
Lord have
Because that's
mercy.
where you came from.
Lord have
Don't
mercy.
come for me. I can yell if I want to. I can say what I want to say if I want to. And at the end of the day, I'm still that
Oh,
BITC.
help. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. Listen, Takesha, I don't know what just happened on this show,
Yeah, I know
but
you don't, Zeus. You're gonna stop coming for me because they don't know me, Zeus.
fair enough.
You know I could come up here in my collar, or
Yeah.
I could come up here
I,
like a dog
I,
collar.
I,
And
I,
welcome.
I prefer the collar, all right? I seriously would, all right? But listen, you took care of business. I got to say, you
All
did
right,
take care of
Zeus.
it. Ladies and gentlemen, show Takesha some love. Once again, let's give her a huge round of applause. See, Lord have mercy. I've never seen so much division in
Why
my.
they mad, Zeus? They won. Why are they still so mad? They won. Would you be doing that if you won, Zeus?
No, I'd be popping bottles and I'd be partying and getting turned up.
Zeus
Yeah,
will be to through a big block
yeah,
party, barbecue, fish fry, all that.
yeah.
These people are mad because we're not mad. They're mad because we finna be sitting back laughing at them, and they know
That
it.
part. That part.
Let me go before I lose my,
Okay, yeah,
what I
you
got.
hot right now. You gotta
Let me go into
let.
prayer, Zeus.
All
I
right.
got to go into
All
prayer.
right, you got to lay low. You're hot in these streets right now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Takesha another round of applause. Oh, my God. Sorry, Red Lady Red. All right. Yeah, I brought you up, and then, I said, you know what, I'll take care of that. I'll lower your taxes. But, Takesha is no one to play with. I'm being serious, all right? Somebody said, cuz you sound ignorant. Oh, Lord have mercy. Come on up here, user. You know that was going to get my attention. All right. Now, listen. Let me see. He said, cuz you sound ignorant. Lord have mercy. Are you there? User. User, I brought you up. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me? Yeah. Can you hear me? User, you're live. You're talking to Big Zeus. Could you yeah, hit unmute, user. Hit unmute. Don't worry. Come on up here. You said cuz you sound ignorant, and I'm speaking it the way it was written, I believe. And I just wanted to
Can
check
you hear
it.
me?
Yeah, I wanted to check in with you about that comment you made.
Hello?
Yes. How about you? How about user? User, how about this? User, Send Zeus a guest request, all right, and then you come on back. Send me a guest request, and we will talk. All right. If you say that about Zeus, then I definitely wanted to have that one-on-one moment with you, if you don't mind. All right. Send another guest request. All right, user, send Zeus another guest request. Don't worry, I'll take care of you. I get those taxes lowered. All right. Where are you at? Where are you at? User, say something in the chat. All right, you were just here. You said that I sound a certain way. I guess he didn't want to address it. All right. Yeah, the Republicans, like Takesha said, it does seem like there's a lot of hatred. Okay. Sam said I do. Sam, come on up here. Come on up here, Sam. You said I do. You said I do, Sam. So come on up here, Sam. Do you like green eggs and ham? Yeah, Sam Rose. Sam Rose. Yeah, come on up here. All right, come on up here, Sam Rose. You said that I do, but when I ask you to come up here and put a little meat on the bones, we're not getting anywhere. Well, well. To be quite honest, I'm actually disappointed. I'm actually a little disappointed. I am disappointed because the Trump supporters they just they just don't seem to be coming across like they're actually happy that Donald Trump is in office. Bring me up, brother. Oh, Beer Can Mike. I've talked to you before, but the mods pinned you up here. Come on up here, Beer Can Mike. What is it you wanted to talk to Zeus about?
Well, if you remember, I sent you a video on September 22nd.
No, I don't have that kind of memory.
Okay.
But
well,
whatever, what was it about? I know you've said a lot of things about me that really weren't true. Like I was getting paid by pallet management and that you had the proof, to which I haven't seen yet. Because if there's a check out there and it has my name on it, I definitely would like to get my hands on it so I could go do what I need to do.
Okay. Well, let's just move on from that. So what I want to
Oh, so you were wrong then.
No, I just don't want to argue about it. What I want to do is talk about something specific, which is I sent you a video on September 22nd where I said, and I was accurate, that Trump was going to win with 312 electoral college votes. And I showed all my research and all my proof and my model for predicting elections that I've been using since 2000. It was more accurate than Alan Lichtman's. And you had started out by saying before Biden left that if you believed that Biden should step down, that you were a traitor to the Democratic Party. And then when he did step down, you jumped on the Kamala train. And then you said repeatedly that Kamala was going to win. And then you said repeatedly that Jack Smith and Alvin Bragg and Fonnie Willis and all these and Letitia James were going to take Trump down. And now none of what you said has happened. And everything I said has happened. And now I'm the most accurate prediction election analyst in U.S. history.
Really?
Are you still talking about Trump losing?
Really? Can you turn your camera on? Can you turn your camera on for us?
I mean, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know that that's who you were. And then you said your name is what? How do I look you up? You said you belong in the Guinness Book of World Records.
That's not what I said.
You said something. What you said? You're the most There you go. Okay.
What I said is that if you look at Alan Lichtman's record, right? Alan Lichtman is known as the Nostradamus of
I'm familiar with who he is.
So he now has an 82% accuracy rating. My accuracy rating is 100%.
You've predicted. So how many elections have you predicted?
Every election since 2000, which was the first one he got wrong.
Okay. I'm just saying. Fair enough. Okay, so you feel good.
I do. Yes, I feel very good.
Do you think that there's going to be any impact behind Donald Trump being president in terms of it being negative for you personally?
Yeah, I don't think it's all going to be puppies and rainbows. I think and Zeus, come on. I'm anti-two-party. You know this about me. You know I'm an independent.
Well, I just want your expert opinion, right? Because you're the guru of greatness, and so I want to get to the part. There's mass deportations coming. Yes or no?
Yeah, there are mass deportations coming.
Will innocent Americans get sucked into this?
Well, it is impossible to deport a legal citizen. You cannot deport someone who's here legally. It's impossible.
But you didn't answer my question, right? Are there going to be American citizens who accidentally or inadvertently end up being deported. And I'm asking you because you are the guru of greatness.
I never said I was the guru of greatness. I said that I've accurately predicted every election.
Yeah, that makes you a guru of greatness.
If you say so, I didn't say that.
Yeah. So you got to have the ability to actually take information in, process it, and process it accurately, and come out with the conclusion that actually is credible, verifiable, factual, just like you did with the election.
Right. That's
So
fair enough.
I'm assuming you have that same skill set in order to process some of the things Donald Trump has promised everyday Americans throughout his campaign, because he made a lot of promises, correct?
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Yeah. So the promise about mass deportation, let's look at that on a statistical level, right? There's 11 million bodies that he has to get, that he's been saying need to get out of this country. Some of them are criminals, some of them are not criminals, and then some of them, are the dreamers. Statistically, what is the probability that a non-criminal would be included?
Well, the problem is that in order for a non-criminal to be included, it would mean that someone who is here legally as an asylum seeker, who has documentation that they're seeking asylum, would have to be deported.
Correct.
Right? So there's a zero possibility that someone who is here legally can be deported. It's not possible. You cannot be deported if you're here legally.
That's your final answer?
Yes, because you cannot be deported if you're here legally.
For some strange reason now, I think your credibility just tanked.
No, it didn't.
And I'm starting to wonder, did you actually predict the election correctly now? I'm just...
You can go to my profile, my middle pinned video on my...
Let me see. You do?
Yeah, go to my center pinned
Because
video.
even Trump supporters that have gotten into this live, I don't know if you saw the guy that came up at the very beginning. You know who he is. Thank you, Tinkerbell, for the subscription. You know who Trash Bait is, right? I call him. Yeah. He said that there are going to be casualties of this thing, so there are going to be innocent Americans. And he's hardcore MAGA, and he also says he says he's never wrong. So between the two of you, he's wrong.
Yeah, and here's the thing: I'm not MAGA. You know this. And
So he's wrong. Trash Bait, you lied to Zeus. Beer Can has just exposed you.
Yes, I would agree that he is wrong, because you cannot deport someone who is here legally. It is impossible.
Are you familiar with Operation WB? Have you heard about that?
I've heard of it. I'm not.
Yeah.
Totally familiar with it.
Well, in that, you should look it up. 1954, they did the same thing, and they actually said the blowback about that operation was that citizens were actually deported as well. So there's evidence, there's factual evidence that you actually have to, really reconsider. Someone wrote 1954. Yes, I could say 1954. Don't say it's 2024, because again, the previous guest, when we were talking about tariffs, he brought up the 1700s and said, yeah, if you worked in the 1700s with the tariffs and you're okay with that, Jackson. All right. So, Beer Can, if you don't mind, you said I could go to your profile and look for the crystal ball.
Well, it's the middle pin video on my profile.
Oh, okay. I see a video with you having a Twix bar. What are you doing with the Twix bar?
It was just a joke video.
Oh, okay.
It was just saying, like, if you eat the right Twix, that you're a racist, homophobic, bigot, blah blah blah. It was just funny.
Wait a second. That's a thing?
No, it's a joke. It was a joke, dude.
How does the joke go? I can laugh.
You can watch the video.
Just tell me the joke. I'll tell you if it's a good joke.
The joke was that
we'll tell you.
The joke was, if you eat the right Twix, you're a bad person, and only good people only eat the left Twix. That was the joke.
Only good people eat the left Twix?
Yeah, it's a whole right-left thing. It's a play on politics, like, right bad, left good,
This is... I don't think that's a good joke.
Well, you don't have to. Comedy is subjective, so... Anyway.
Well, listen. I don't know what to make of this, but, thank you for coming up, all right?
You didn't answer my question about Jack Smith and Fonnie Willis and Alvin Bragg and all these people.
Oh, I didn't know you asked me a question.
Yeah, I did. I said, you had said in every single one of your videos, your end piece was the same.
Sing it. Say the end piece how I used to say it. If you get it right, I'll give you a nice round of applause. Say it how I used to say it.
Trump supporters, get your knee pads and elbow pads ready, because Jack Smith and Alvin Bragg and Fonnie Willis and Jack and you know the whole thing.
Well, you got it wrong. Unfortunately, you got it wrong. You got it wrong. You got it wrong. Sorry. I'm very angry. You got it wrong.
Anybody here can watch any of your old videos. That's how you ended every
Okay,
video.
okay. So since you got it wrong, I'm taking that as an insult. You shouldn't be insulting Zeus.
Tell me what I got wrong.
Everything, the cadence and everything. Oops, there he goes, ladies and gentlemen. Where did Beer Can Mike go? I don't know, but sorry, Charlie, you got to go. I guess you got in trouble on the app. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending Beer Can Mike straight to the lake of fire. Let's give him a round of booze and shame. Where'd you go, Beer Can Mike?
Silence, you MAGA demon.
I need folks to be original, all right? You gotta be original. Don't be a photocopy, all right? Because I'm the original, all right? And that's serious, all right? Moving along, all right? And again, he's not an expert predictor. I don't know what he's predicted, all right? Seriously, let's bring up the next panelist, ladies and gentlemen. Who do we got next? All right, good morning, Cece. You've been asking to talk to Zeus for a while. How are you doing? Hi, Cece. Cece, are you there? Hello? Cece? Are you there? Cece going once? Katrina, thank you for the subscription. Actually, all of you who've been subscribing, Sneaky Fingers and everyone. Thank you. Wait, there's an echo, Cece.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Zeus.
There's an echo, though.
Can you hear me okay?
You got to drop it, come back up, CC. Drop it, come back up. Yes, thank you for the follows as well. This is a political live, ladies and gentlemen, all right? Don't get it twisted, but sometimes you got to have the ability to pivot and do a little entertainment in between, because some of these moments are definitely interesting, to say the least. CC, please send me another guest request, and we'll get right back into it, all right? And I only want to have honest conversations, all right? CC, where did you go? Oh, there she goes. All right. I'm back. All right. Welcome. How are you doing? DX, relax. All right. Crafty, what's so funny? All right. Crafty, what's so funny? Hi, Cece. Hi. There's an echo.
Hi, Zeus. Is it still an echo?
Okay, I think it's good.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. I can hear you.
Okay, Zeus.
Yes.
The most handsome, the most humble.
Let's go. Tell him. Wonder Dog, send me a guest request, Wonder Dog. I'll take care of you as well. But please, sorry, Cece. These people are sending nasty little remarks.
Zeus, why are they so angry? Why are they so angry, Zeus?
Yeah. That's a good question. They should be
happy. They should be very happy.
Any Trump supporters want to answer the question? Jackson says, "Why am I so mean?" Jackson, please. I don't know why they're angry, Cece. I think that deep down inside they regret voting for. Well, and they regret voting for Donald Trump. I think that they're
going to get everything coming to them.
Yeah,
everything is coming to them. And day one, we want our eggs dropped. Day one, we want gas dropped. Day one, we want everything you said you were going to do. Okay, you also said that when you got voted in, that you were going to, not you, but that thing, the thing, that orange thing, said that he was going to end the Ukraine before he even got into office.
There you go.
Okay? All right, he's been voted in. Why is it still going on? Why is it still going on? Okay? And let me say this. I teared up some yesterday because...
Why?
we have been, I come from a seafood town.
Okay.
Okay. Back in the day, we were the seafood capital of the world. Okay. We had all of our transportation.
Was this Boston? Is this Boston?
No, honey, this is in Maryland.
Okay, I just thought I'd ask. Talk to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Good
when
old
you
blue
think
American.
seafood. But we have the best seafood, okay? We're better than Boston.
Okay, I've never heard that before, but I'll take your word. You thought it was Louisiana, Kiki?
We have the blue crab, Zeus. We have the soft crabs. We
Okay.
have the clams, okay?
Uh-huh.
But anyway, we had trains that were coming in all the time. All the
Okay.
time. And what I'm seeing now is they are building walkways, from my town several miles down for a place for people to walk. This is Biden, okay? They're tearing up the tracks and they're repairing everything. This is our infrastructure at work.
Thank you, our
And
infrastructure.
And guess what I saw?
Thank you, Heaven, for the subscriptions. Yes. What did you see,
And
Cece?
you know who was working on these roads?
Who?
On this railroad track? On this walk-in track?
Who?
Immigrants. Immigrants.
And that's what they don't get.
And these people voted him back in knowing that they would have to leave. They're going to have to leave. And they did it to themselves. They've done it to themselves.
Do you think these Trump supporters that we talk to on TikTok, do you think they would do the work those immigrants are doing?
No! That's what I've said all along. These white men's not going to get their sorry, lazy... I'm being respectful to Mom. Okay.
Thank you, Cece, because Mom definitely, she stays on Zeus like you know what. She says, you got to do it right, son. All right. And I got to listen to my mom. It's not a bad thing to listen to your parents. All right. So I see some people out there laughing at that. The joke's on you. Sorry, Cece.
Zeus, it shows that you were raised by a good woman and a good man, because of the way you act. Your actions, okay, shows how you were raised.
There you go.
And when you go into some of these lives and to hear the mess that comes out of their mouth, they weren't raised right.
Yep.
And I got news for Mr. Eyebrow. I got news for you, sir. You're not getting a steak like Zeus sent you, okay? First, let me tell you. I eat only filet mignon, okay? You're going to get, if you're right, you're getting sirloin. And what you can do is take that sirloin and do like I do. I get sirloin, I take it to the butcher, and I get him to grind it up into burger, okay?
Yeah, tell him. Snuggie, are you here, Snuggie?
Yes, Snuggie.
Yeah, I hope that steak was good, whatever you had.
And you know what's an abomination of that steak?
What's that?
He had it burnt up. I bet it was well done. And did you see his vegetable? His vegetable was corn. Corn. Oh.
And he had ketchup. I'm sorry. You can't make this stuff up. He has it all over his profile. He's very proud of it. Tell him, Ange, corn isn't a vegetable. I agree.
Corn. I saw that. I said,
and you want to know what's even further? What you want to add insult to injury? Insult to injury? He got an additional steak just like that for his mom. He did. Very proud of it. I mean, I get it. But that's how ridiculous this thing has gotten.
It's
I don't
crazy.
know. Yeah. Well, listen.
Crazy, but you know what? You keep doing you.
Thank you.
You
I'll
do
try
you.
my best. Yeah. Well, we're gonna do what we got to do to make sure the American people have the same understanding about what's happening that you and I have. That they're gonna wake up these next 4 years, guaranteed. All right.
Oh yeah, we're gonna watch it play. And one thing, we have just 4 years. Just 4 years of this thug, and he will be gone for good. We will be done with them all. They will be gone. We got 2 years. In 2 years, we got some more votes coming. You've
Yep.
got to stand up to them. We got to stand strong. Okay,
Amen.
y'all.
Amen.
We can do this. Love you,
Amen.
Zeus.
Love you too. Love you too. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful, beautiful CC. No lies detected. Someone wrote, hopefully this country lasts for 4 years. Are you that concerned that we might not last for 4 years? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, if you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. Heaven, thank you so much for the subscription. If you're a Trump supporter, put a 1 in the chat. I think I'm having a breakthrough with some of these Trump supporters, and I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to have a breakthrough with some of you Trump supporters. All right, because I'm starting to realize that you all are starting to regret voting for this guy. It's if you go out on the internet and you listen to the videos that people are making, the stuff that they are saying, they're going, I fell for his lies. You got to admit, he's a great liar. You got to admit. Who do I have up here? Oh, Highlands. Good morning. Welcome. Oh, I got 2. Highlands. Uh-oh, we got 1, 2. Okay. Come on up here. 87 Cutlass. Hello?
What up?
Oh, you voted for Donald Trump?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. You like the 87 Cutlass, huh?
Of course.
How did you get yours?
The old school.
What did you do? What did you do to yours?
It's a lowrider.
You got a lowrider, all right. What color is it?
Hydraulics, green.
All right. I mean,
pumps, 8 batteries.
Okay. I mean, all right. You really doing it, all right? I see it. I mean,
I'd
okay.
rather have my kids working on my car than working on the streets dealing drugs.
Oh, that's a good, responsible thing for you to do. All right, but I think you could probably have them doing other things besides working on the car. For instance, you could, help them go fight. Like maybe they might have a personal ambitions and things they want to do in terms of their career, and just supporting them on
turn
that.
my son into a girl.
Did I say that? We're having a conversation about cars.
Yeah.
And your kid might want to be wait a second. Your kid might want to be an astronaut. That's acceptable, right? That's respectful.
So
if your kid your kid wants to be a doctor, that's what I was saying, right? You don't have to just work on a car. I get that, but if your child wants to do it, if they want to play sports,
my daughter wants to be a vet. My son wants to work on cars.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure we
working on cars.
Okay, all right. Now,
blue collar job.
Got it. Now, what part of the country are you in?
Colorado.
You're in a blue state. Good.
Yeah.
All right. You said you wanted to say something. Well, we don't curse on the show, please, if you don't mind. Okay. I mean, that's important to me.
Okay.
You said you had something
to hell.
Okay, you had something you wanted to say about the previous guest that was up here first. What is it?
That she was saying that the people working on the roads are all immigrants. How does she know they're immigrants?
Well, there's a lot of data out there that supports that, and especially if you look up some of the businesses that do this kind of work, they tend to go after.
They're just driving by, they're immigrants.
Well, you know what?
My father-in-law is an immigrant.
Okay, well, let me ask you.
Over back in the 80s, 90s.
Let me ask you the question a different way. I think I get what you're saying. So you trying to say that she may have she may have profiled these folks incorrectly.
Blue-collar men work on the roads.
Right.
Is that your roads?
But is that your argument that she might have profiled these people incorrectly?
Yes.
Okay, great. That's why I was asking the other question, the larger question. Are you concerned that Donald Trump is going to do the same thing when the mass deportations happen?
No, because as long as they're not criminals, just like with the people that are the dreamers.
But sir,
I have friends that are illegal.
Sir, you're missing the point. You just got in the box, and I believe you were ready to go at this previous guest because in your mind she was profiling.
Yes.
All right.
My kids are half Mexican.
Okay, but you don't think the person Tom Homan and Kristi Noem and all these other people that Donald Trump is picking to, run his administration, you don't think they could inadvertently profile people as well?
Yes, of course. Everybody profiles.
Okay,
Everybody's
so why?
racist in a way.
Okay, let's just stick to your logic. Why do you have a problem then with the previous guest?
Everybody is racist. My father-in-law is racist, and he's an illegal immigrant.
So, do you have a problem with people being racist?
No.
Then why do you
No.
why were you bringing up the previous guest then? It just seems to me like you just want to
It's
argue.
profiling. It's more of people judging people what they see
So-
instead of how they are.
So you have a problem with profiling, but you don't have a problem with racism.
Everybody has a slight little bit of racist. Just like you walk by a white dude and you could be like that cracker.
Wait, listen, please don't say that. All right, I don't want to get the live flagged. I get it, but I'm asking you.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
though.
but I understand what you're saying perfectly, but I don't believe you're connecting the dots. And if you are a Trump supporter, connecting the dots is very important. That's what he's all about. You can talk about XYZ, LMNOP, but if you can't connect those dots, we have a huge problem. And the problem I see right now, and I don't know you at all, but you're contradicting yourself. And it's bizarre as heck that you
How
can't
am I contradicting myself?
And that's even the genius asked question. And
It's
I'm
the
glad
human race that is the problem.
I'm glad that you asked me how you're contradicting yourself. A lot of people wouldn't even have the courage to ask. You have a problem. You don't have a problem with racism because everyone's racist.
Not everybody's technically racist, but everybody has that mentality where you could be in traffic and you're like, that stupid white dude or that stupid person next to me.
Is it right to be that way?
No, it's not, but it's the mentality
Okay,
that people have nowadays.
Okay, but
Just
and
like
again,
I'm a truck driver.
but listen to me.
I could be getting
Cutlass,
over
Cutlass.
to pass somebody that's
Cutlass.
broken down, and I get the middle finger for blocking the fast lane.
Have you ever had anyone help you in life? Like, say your car broke down or anything like that. Have you ever had that happen to you? Or have you ever had a tow truck come to you?
Yes.
Did they do what you just said? Did they give you a middle finger? I'm pretty sure they didn't.
Depends, because even nowadays with society.
But you didn't answer my question. I'm assuming you ran across a fair share of people who are good people as well.
Okay.
Right?
Let's take this as a theological question.
Wait. What did you drink this morning, if you don't mind?
I've had a couple beers.
Lord have mercy. Lord, man, I can't do this.
I just got off of work.
Lord have mercy. I can't do this. Ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, never argue with anybody that's under the influence, ladies and gentlemen. This is a certified MAGA demon, ladies and gentlemen. You in the chat, you guys called it. Y'all called it. Lord have mercy. You know what we got to do. Let's give that. That's a MAGA demon certified. Let's warm up the lake of fire. No. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 8:03 a.m. California time. He's in Colorado. What are you, an hour and ahead? That's 9 a.m. And you've already poured back a couple? Bro, that's wild as heck. Whole day gone. Certified MAGA demon. Let's do what we got to do. Certified MAGA demon. Jesus Christ.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
That's the type of person, they don't have, I can tell the personalities, right? These are the type of people that when you see them and they're sober, they don't say much. But then you get a little liquid courage and call up, who do they want to call? They call up the girlfriend or something, the boyfriend. Oh, I got a lot to say now because I've got a little, waste of time. You're arguing, you're going to be completely drained talking to people like that, all right? Let's go to the box and let's finish having these conversations. I was looking for a certified MAGA MAGA demon, but obviously we've got a lot of people There's a lot of nasty stuff happening out here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Quantum, good morning. How are you doing?
Hey, what's up, my brother?
What's going on? Welcome.
Yo, listen, I love this show, man. When I'm not on the radio, I take time to listen. I really love what you do. Listen, these maggots, they start early. They start early in the Jack Daniels, on the Budweiser, and then what they do is they decide to come on TikTok and they say, you know what? Let me go mess with Zeus for a minute there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
let me go call him out. You know what I'm saying?
Is that the thing?
But that's the thing, though. And then when you ask them, so now that Trump has won, what's going to happen? And then they want to talk about, well, you know, they don't have no concrete plan like he says he does on what's going to happen. Basically, because I'm gonna bite off of my boy Isaiah Martin. I don't know if you're familiar with Isaiah Martin.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
Him a little bit.
Oh, I know who he is. He's on TikTok. I've seen him a couple times. Correct.
He has this thing where he says he expects 0 wars, $1 gas, $1.99 eggs, and this better happen. Because if it doesn't happen, we got to come back to the MAGAs and be like, hey, we thought he was promising you all these things, but yet it's not happening. They won the election. You won the election, but yet you're still unhinged because we're not acting how you want us to act. We're not out there kissing the ring, because I'm not going to kiss the ring, number one.
Neither am I.
I know Zeus ain't going to kiss the ring. You got to understand about us black folk, right?
And I ain't smelling the diaper.
No, I ain't smelling the diapers either. Plain and simple. Look at this man. He nominates a guy who's been accused of trafficking across state lines as his DOJ head. So what is that going to indicate to you? What's going to happen to women who basically needs help as far as DV, needs help as far as other kinds of things that are happening? Do you think that Matt Gaetz and his DOJ is going to put any civil rights action in force? No. He's upset right now. He had to resign from Congress, right? And he says, because I've been absent too much. He's resigning from Congress because he's about to put out his dirty.
Mike, this is true. Mike, this is true. Now, Mike, you won the election, but we're still telling the truth. That's not changing.
We're still telling the truth. Yet, y'all are up here unhinged. You up here calling Zeus all kinds of names. You calling panelists all kinds of names. But yet, you can't come to grip. You know what I think, MAGA? I think y'all are surprised that you won. I think y'all are shocked that you won. I think that y'all are like, do we really pull this off? Did we really pull off the GRU op? Did we really pull off all this misinformation? Did it really work? Yeah, it worked, but yet you still can't believe it. So right now you're in a state of shock. So you don't know what to say. So when you come up here, you talk about, oh, I predicted this. Oh yeah, I sent this back to you in November. Oh no, I sent it back to you in September. Yeah, I predicted this. You know what Zeus and I are going to predict?
What's that?
We're going to predict that within the next 2 years, right? You're going to be coming up on his box right here, talking about, you were right. Oh my God, you were right. This is horrible. I can't get my $1 gas. I can't get my $1.99 eggs. Oh, I can't even get the wall built. Oh my God. Hey, let me explain something to you.
Go ahead. That's no lies detected.
No lies detected. And I'm going to talk to my brothers and sisters supported this MAGA orange turd.
Okay, Red Lady Red, are you still here, Red Lady Red? Hold on, Quantum Stereo. Red Lady Red, are you there? I want to see if she's still here because it's very important you get across because she doesn't trust Zeus.
Oh, she doesn't trust Zeus.
She doesn't trust me.
Listen, Red Lady Red, I don't mansplain to women, but I tell you this, Mad Red, whatever your name is. I'm sorry.
I get it. It's difficult, right? It's funny, but it's also serious.
It's serious because to my brothers and sisters who are melanated like me and my brother and myself, don't think you're going to walk the street and not have to carry your birth certificate. Please, do not think for 1 minute you're going to be able to walk the street and not carry your birth certificate because they're not just rounding up the people you call illegals, migrants, undocumented. DACA, they're going to round up anybody that looks like Zeus and me. Plain and simple. And then they're going to be like, well, do you have your birth certificate with you? Then they're going to hold you in detention. Listen, this is all, hypothetical, but don't think for a minute it's not going to happen. He put a man in there called Stephen Miller, who already said he wants to denaturalize citizens. In other words, if you're a naturalized citizen, which means that you become a citizen of this country, he will take that away and send you wherever he needs to send you. Don't think he's not going to do it to first generation Americans who are born here, whose parents are citizens. Do not think it's not going to happen. Right?
Listen. Somebody wrote, hold on. What did he, let me see if they wrote this. Okay, hold on. This is what this, I look Latino. I'll be glad to show my ID. What do you say to those folks?
You'd be glad to show. Listen, this is the mentality, man, right? To the brothers, sisters, Latino brothers, sisters.
Thank you, Angel.
You think that you're going to gain a closeness to the YT, right? Privileges, right? He already told you, we don't want you here, but we'll take your vote. Look at the brother that got that TikTok that's out, that he's crying because he's a MAGA member, and they told him, we don't want you in the party no more. Yo, thank you for your vote, but you got to step in. Then
that black brother. Yeah, I seen him. Seen him.
And then he's out there boohooing. Oh my God, how they could. We told you this was going to happen. You saw the videos when they were assaulting black MAGA members. Did you not see that, my brother?
I posted the picture on live in front of, and they denial. Oh no, that ain't what really happened.
Oh God, why are they doing this to me? And then one of our fellow mutuals, she did a live asking people, do you have any sympathy for them? I ain't got no sympathy, man. Because when you out here simping for YT supremacy, right? When you out here knowingly, this man has told you what he's going to do, not to just Latinos, but to fellow black Americans, and you still out here wearing that hat proudly, like most of these cats were doing, I have no sympathy for you, man. I have no sympathy for you. All right, so don't get the GoFundMe when you get basically detained, because I ain't contributing to it.
Right? Wait. Hypothetically, another George Floyd situation unfolds.
Oh my God.
You find out that this individual voted for Donald Trump. Are you protesting or not?
Yo, Zeus, why are you putting me on the spot like
that? Be honest. Is the cavalry coming or not?
Oh, man. I want to say, yo, Zeus, man. Okay, my honesty, man, I'm always going to try to defend the rights of my brothers and sisters, but it's going to be very hard if I find out that this person was a simp for MAGA, and it's going to be very hard. It's going to be very hard.
I'm with you right there. I mean, first question is, okay, got another one on our heads. Did they vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris? Oh, they voted for Donald Trump. Oh, I'm sitting my special behind down. It ain't worth it.
Listen,
that's just a line in that there's a red line, honestly, and a lot of people, willingly or unwittingly, they crossed it.
They crossed it. And
they crossed it.
Some of them crossed it because they were too lazy to do the research, right? Because from the beginning, we saw what was happening, right? Oh, she jailed a lot of brothers and sisters back in California, which if you do research, that's not true. She actually, before the Get Back plan that Trump supposedly instituted, she was doing that back in the early 2000s. Number one, if you were to research that, she was going after bad. I'm gonna say what he said when he first came down the steps in 2015. She was going after bad hombres, right? Bad characters, right? She was going after all those type of people. So my thing is when Biden first got elected, right?
Yeah,
I really wanted her to be the DOJ head. I thought that she would have been perfect.
Yeah.
For that. And they were scared about that. Because she would have been the DOJ head, we'd have never been in this situation.
Bingo.
I'll be honest with you.
Bingo. Well, listen, I got to move it on, all right?
My brother, like I said, man.
I appreciate this. Is nothing but honesty and transparency. You brought a lot of it to the show this morning, brother. I really.
My brother, I want to thank you, man, all right, man? And much peace to you, all right? And everybody.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Quantum Stereo Radio. Let's give them another round of applause. No lies detected. Oh, my God. I'm getting carried away with these conversations. Sometimes they happen and it's like, wow, look at how much time is flying. Oh my goodness. All right. So you heard what my good friend Quantum said. All right. There's not, especially me. Don't sit here and tell me about you didn't comply. And then next thing you know, you were mistreated by law enforcement. It'll be tough to sell me on that. As much as I've had to personally put up with on social media to help try to get this to help try to prevent this problem from happening? All right, college football. You said something in the chat. Oh, you can't even come into the box. I thought you were going to come in the box and I was going to explain something to you. All right. And by the way, if you didn't notice, there's a thing going on the internet about Donald Trump's height. Apparently, they're saying he's not 6'3". Look at Joe Biden, looks a little taller than him, and Joe Biden is 6'4". I mean 6 foot. So you know what that means. There's definitely questions. All right. Ardent level brainwashed. Please come on up here. I'll talk to you. Don't worry. I'll lower those taxes. All right. Come on up here. Come on up here. Oh my goodness. Where did you go? Oh my goodness. All right. All right. All right. Who do we have next?
Hey, what's happening, my man?
Oh, okay. Ardent. Are you did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
Are you driving?
Yeah, I'm driving.
Oh, I can't talk. We can't talk, bro. There's an echo too. But yeah, come on back. We can straighten that out when you get done and you get situated. Admir, what's going on?
What's up, Zeus? How are you?
I'm all right.
Zeus, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, you've been insisting on...
Turn on my Wi-Fi.
Jesus.
Okay. Yes.
Is it MAGA Wi-Fi or...
I can hear you.
Okay. I see red bar, so
no,
that means...
Biden infrastructure bill.
Nice joke, but it didn't make me laugh at all. When are you guys going to quit bringing up President Biden and Kamala Harris?
When you stop bringing MAGA Wi-Fi?
Okay, whatever. What is it that you wanted to get answers to? Are you ready to have your come to Jesus or come to Zeus moment?
Yes.
There's a disconnect. There's like
Yes,
a delay when we there's a delay when we're talking. There's a delay, bro. There's a delay. You could try to send another guest request, all right, and I'll try to get that straightened out. But we can't do the delay, all right. And seriously, don't try to blame President Biden for that, all right. Biden is on his way out. Let's try this once again. All right. Okay, there he is, ladies. And to the Trump supporters out there, seriously, do a better job. All right. How about now?
I can hear you fine.
Okay, now that's better. Now that's better. All right.
Oh, okay.
So what is it? Are you happy right now? Every time I go around and I see folks on the right, especially on this app, you all are fighting with each other. You're yelling, just all kinds of profanity and vulgar things coming out. And I can't help but wonder, is this the party that's supposed to be protecting kids? Is this the party that's supposed to be all about, being very religious and being upstanding patriots? What's going on?
I'm not sure what lives you go to, but the ones that I host and the ones that you and I have mutuals with, we're not mad. We're happy. What's there to be mad about?
Well, the people that at least came up in the box today that are Trump supporters, they don't seem happy.
Well, I mean, but you can't.
I'm not gonna go as far as to start naming people, but the energy's out there, and it just doesn't seem like the MAGA Republicans are thrilled about having Donald Trump for the next 4 years, especially knowing like he's not already living up to his promises.
Okay, so let's get into it. That's why I requested yesterday, and one of the reasons why I requested yesterday is when you were talking about Pete Hegseth. And I wrote in the comments, you just kept saying he's just a new Fox News commentator. Those were your exact words. You said he's just a Fox News. But the dude is a 20-year Army captain, 2 times bronze medalist, counterterrorism expert, and all of that. And he's still active in the military. Did you know that?
I knew that. Yeah,
so why would you just say and mislead people and make them think that he's just a Fox News?
Admir. The problem is you're trying to put him up against Secretary of State now, Lloyd Austin, 4-star general, and has experience managing personnel within the Pentagon, understands things that are going on throughout the world. And this guy doesn't seem to be able to measure up as far as I'm concerned. And we have, to me, a lot of issues in this world that we need someone that has understanding about those things to be able to actually demonstrate they have the ability to think that all the way through, if that makes sense. I'm trying to explain it. I'm trying to explain it in as simple of a way as possible, right? You put together a team to go up against another team, and I feel like, or it looks like to me, this team that Donald Trump is assembling are pretty much a lot of the people who are rejects. I don't think qualified people. I don't believe most qualified people really want to work for Donald Trump. So the only people he can actually put in there now are just people who will do everything he says do, but they don't have the experience. Do you really think he can handle trying to outthink Vladimir Putin strategically?
Who are you talking about, Trump or Pete?
Both. You could put them both in a room and tell me, do you think they could actually outsmart Putin?
Well, you're not going to outsmart Putin. You're not going to outsmart him.
Who's
but
not?
That's not the point. Nobody is.
I would say
Putin.
I would
There's
say
a reason why. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
I would say at least with President Biden, Putin did not get away with a lot of things. We pretty much checked Russia aggression. We expanded NATO under President Biden, which is exactly the opposite of what Putin wanted to happen.
And we see where that's going, and we see where that has put us, and what that has cost us.
What does it cost us?
Hundreds of billions of dollars.
Isn't that better? Is that better than us having boots on the ground?
Sure, but hold on. So you think us having boots on the ground would have made a difference?
No, that would have meant, it would have cost American lives, right? We didn't go to war with, we did not have a direct conflict with Russia as a result of Biden's way of checking Russian aggression. No one.
But proxy war is just as effective as it is boots.
You can't say that, and there's no Americans that have lost their lives in those conflicts. So you can't.
Well, there are plenty of Americans who have lost their lives. You know, plenty of mercenaries that we know of. They're not active, but we know that they go.
But Admir, you're not going to get me to believe Joe Biden declared war on Russia under no circumstances.
But that wasn't my argument.
That could have been what happened. And we would have been forced to put American soldiers, boots on the ground in Ukraine and other places. Putin, his argument was, NATO is expanding. That's why I got to go into Ukraine. That was his whole thing. Right?
No. Number one reason why he went after it is because what happened at slaughter in Donbass region. He kept warning the world and us, and kept warning us, and we didn't do nothing about it.
Wait a second. So you're ignoring him taking Crimea?
No, but that happened in 2014.
So again, things happen. They don't just happen in a vacuum. And this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. And maybe you should go look into this. His justification for doing all of this was because his understanding was that NATO was getting bigger and bigger and threatening Russia. So that was his justification. But since he's done this so-called military exercise, NATO has gotten bigger. You got Sweden and Finland and other countries now added to NATO. So it's backfired.
That was forced in. Yes.
No. That was a reaction. That was a reaction to them seeing if he's going to do that to Ukraine, then we probably should do what we need to do to protect ourselves. So knowing that he's not being honest with his own citizens in Russia about the issue, the actual conflict going on. He's not telling them that Russia is getting, their rear ends kicked right now. He's not telling the people. He's trying to sell them everything's going great. He's now getting North Korean soldiers to help out with this conflict, right?
Come on. I know you're smarter than this, bro. Come on. I know you're smarter than this. Do you really think that Ukraine can withstand, even if we support him for the next 10 years?
Are you following what I'm saying? So you just ignored. So you just ignored. You just ignored it. So let's understand this is what he's doing. And right now we have an administration being assembled, Donald Trump and Hegseth. And I'm asking you, do you really think they're going to stand up to Russia? He just flashed photos of Melania all over Russian media. That doesn't sound like somebody that's afraid of Donald Trump.
Hold on. So what? flashing of pictures when these pictures have been in media for 25, 30 years. So what?
I guess that's your
I mean,
opinion.
is that your argument? No, it's not opinion. It's a fact. These
I mean,
pictures have been around for 25, 30 years.
But again, Donald Trump said he was going to end it. He said he was going to end it. As soon as he became president-elect, all of this would stop. It doesn't sound like it's stopping.
That's not what he said.
Well,
that's not what he said.
Obviously, you and I aren't listening to Donald Trump the same way. And for you to sit back, for you to sit back and say it's okay to flash photos of his wife like that because they've been in the media for 20 years, it doesn't give me confidence as far as I'm concerned that Donald Trump could actually successfully stand up to Putin. It actually speaks to probably the larger issue, which is he probably has blackmail on Donald Trump, and not just him, but maybe other.
Opinion, sure. That's your opinion, sure, but no facts to back it up. And to go back to your point, and you guys on the left keep saying that Trump said he's going to end this war in 24 hours. That's not what he said.
I've watched the video.
Play the video.
Nope. No.
Come on, man.
Here's Admir. Here's why I don't.
What exactly was the questions asked of him?
Admir, this is why I don't play
what was
videos.
The questions asked?
Listen to what I'm saying. This is why I don't say or play much of the Trump clips anymore. Because I spent 2 years doing that, and you all did an outstanding job flipping the script and pushing narratives that got people to actually vote against their best interests. So it's not even an effective strategy at this point, right? But I know what I heard.
Okay.
I know what I heard. And he was supposed to end the conflict.
That's not what you heard. And that is the problem.
And Admir, being honest with you, I just don't think it's a sign of strength that another man flashes photos of my partner all over national media and they laugh. I don't know what planet you're on, but I'm just going to disagree with you and say, yeah, that's not a sign of strength. That means he doesn't respect Donald Trump at all. He also denied talking to Donald Trump, even though Trump said they did talk. He also is on record. Trump is also on record giving Putin COVID equipment, if I'm not mistaken, during the pandemic. And Putin had to tell Trump, don't tell the American people that you're doing this.
Let's go back to your original point.
So I just, but Admir, I just don't believe the Trump administration with those characters that he's picking. It's like getting a bunch of losers going up against professional athletes and saying that these losers are about to win the championship. It's going to be a blowout, bro. And you can't deny that because you can't point to anything.
That's why you keep pivoting. And you will never.
You can't point to anything in terms of.
Let's go back to your original point.
Their success on the battlefield. Let's
go back to your original point.
What is their success in terms of combat? Do they have a record?
Who? Russians?
No, these people he's picking, Donald Trump is picking. Does Trump have a record?
Hold on. Tulsi Gabbard has a record. 20 years a major who's seen several combats. Pete has seen several combats. Who else are you talking about?
Okay. It's like this. You got people who play basketball, right? But they've never maybe went and played in the league, right? You understand the difference. I'm not saying that they can't play basketball, but it's a completely different ball game once you start talking about doing it at a professional level. You do get that, right?
I understand that, but here's the argument.
And that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Russia, Putin is a thug. He is a war criminal. Whether you want to agree with that, you're putting people up against him that he will go through like a hot knife with butter. It's going to be so easy for him to do a campaign, and it could be a cyber campaign. It could be maybe blackmail. It could just be outmaneuvering them on the battlefield, forming alliances, because Putin is, who he has in his back pocket. He has Iran, right? He's with China. He has North Korea. These folks have no idea who they're going up against. But this is who we in America think is going to protect us? Yeah, right.
Okay, so answer me one question. What has Floyd Austin done with Russians? What interactions has he had since 4 years that he's been?
Well, I'll give
Zero.
you this information.
Zero.
No. Actually, I didn't say that.
Zero.
I'll give you this. I'll give you
Well,
this
I know, but I'm
information.
telling you.
Admir, let me give it to you. When the United States found out, this is what I understand, that Russia was amassing troops on the eastern border of Ukraine, they had to do a heck of a job figuring out an appropriate way to respond without putting boots on the ground, right? Part of that meant they had to actually have phone calls with Russia, because Russia was saying there's a line in the sand, and then if you cross it, we're going to use these tactical things. He got on the phone on several times, on several occasions, and made sure they understood that you're going to go in there and do that. This is going to be our position. All right. And if you go beyond that, these are going to be some of the consequences. Some of the things involve, like I mentioned, Lloyd Austin, the Secretary of Defense.
Who did that?
He was on the phone call with the Russians. Well,
Sure.
if you
Where
go
can I find
read
this?
go read the books. But one thing I can
Give me a book.
I'll send it to you offline. One thing I can guarantee you, though, there were no American troops that were ever sent to Ukraine, no boots on the ground. And I'd say that's pretty successful in my opinion. Considering
But that's not the argument.
you asked what he
But
did.
That's not, neither one of us.
You asked what he did, and I'm saying
asked you-
he helped prevent Americans from having to put boots on the ground.
Okay, so you're saying that Floyd Austin directly contacted Russians. You're saying that he contacted Russians and saying, "Hey, if you cross this line, then we're going to
No.
do something about it."
Well, I said Putin has always had a red line, and he's been threatening that if it's crossed, right, then there would be tactical nukes used. As you can see, no tactical nukes have been used.
Because we never crossed that line.
No, actually we have, and that includes some of the weapons we've supplied Ukraine with.
That
right?
has nothing to do with it. We never put
No.
it on the ground.
No. But there, at one point, if you give them these weapons, that's a line too much, and we're going to do this. Guess what? Lloyd Austin called their bluff, and guess what? Ukraine has those weapons, whether it's the tanks, right? Whether
Russians have never said.
Well,
America sends us weapons. They've never said that. Come on,
again, you need to the F-16s. You need to actually go look at how this thing has unfolded and get No, you didn't.
That's why I'm asking you for your source. And you can't tell me a single source.
Well, because again, if I play audio clips, if I give you sources, your mind's gonna do this thing.
No.
But don't worry, I'll lower your taxes and I'll take care of that. All right, Admir? Seriously, I'll lower your taxes and I'll take care of that. All right. But trust me when I tell you this, you got a lot to learn about what's happening and what that position, Secretary of Defense, really has to do. And you and I both have to agree, this guy Hegseth has no experience at all when it comes to dealing with stuff. No. Just because you're a National Guard, just because you've been in the National Guard doesn't mean you know how to win championships, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got to get up out of here. All right? Seriously. Seriously. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Admir, he's spiraling all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't want to come to reality, but we'll help him get there. All right. You know what that means. But you know what? You did a good job containing the demon. You did a good job containing the demon.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
All right. Good morning, Ange. Welcome. I mean, these. Good morning. How are you doing?
Oh, Lord. Good morning. I'm okay. How are you? How is everybody in the kingdom?
Well, I'm all right. We're just, hearing people out wondering why they're not happy that Donald Trump is going to be the next president.
Yeah, I unplugged for a couple of days because, I'll be honest, I was not obviously happy with the turnout of the election. So I went unplugged and hung out with my mama up in Vermont. So that was nice.
Okay, shout out to the moms.
Yes.
You got to say hi to your moms.
Yes, she needs me too. So it was nice. But when I came back and kind of started perusing different lives on the right, all I could hear was yelling and shouting, and it was at each other. I can't understand. They're calling themselves winning. Snuggles is running around. Snuggles is winning. He's even got his dang name. Snuggles is winning, but yet you're all yelling and screaming at each other all the time.
Yeah.
And Admir's coming up here, dude. You are so ignorant. 4 months ago, he wasn't MAGA. Excuse me, it might have been 5 months ago.
Really?
Ish, yes. He was coming into lives, and he was not MAGA anymore
Oh, wow.
he said he didn't like the way they behaved. So, Admir, you got some explaining to do. I'm not sure.
The truth always comes out, you know what they say, in the wash. Sad.
Mm-hmm. Embarrassing. I could say a lot more about Admir, but you're not worth my time. Anyway, because what I wanted to talk about to you Christians, you fake ones, again, I want to talk about a lot of things that I'm seeing, these appointments into these cabinets that just aren't very, we're not protecting the children, Zeus.
Oh, and that's
say.
And that's their claim to fame. Greetings,
Yes.
Itchy.
Their claim to fame is protecting the children. One, I want to start with the Board of Education. I think they need to get an education to understand what this means when we dismantle the Board of Education, okay? So any one of you Trump supporters that voted for him and didn't do your research, you are going to lose a lot. Many kids with an IEP, which is a legally binding document, so I don't know how you're going to get around that, those might go bye-bye, okay?
Tell them.
And I preach on this one because I'm very familiar with it. Head Start, okay? You're going to hear it again because I don't care. This is free for low-income families. My mom was a site manager there for almost 40 years, and let me tell you what they've recently done.
What have they done?
They used to go 8 to noon, but they expanded their hours so it would help working parents.
Right.
So what that would be, it would be preschool and daycare for people that could not afford it. And I was a part of that program with my 3 big kids when I was a single mom. Wow. But now that I'm older with 2 kids, we had to pay for preschool.
Wow.
$225, people, for 12 hours a week. That's what you've got now, okay? And that's what you voted for.
I don't know about you, but that isn't a good thing for the average American in terms of, the cost, especially with egg prices and butter and milk and gas, right?
Yep. And Trump did say he was going to help with the child care costs, but with tariffs. Tariffs.
Yeah.
That's just going to help everything, these tariffs, right? That's just going to take, they're going to lower our taxes, right, Zeus?
Yeah,
our taxes.
they always say they're going to lower them, but I'm just not seeing it. And our good friend Trash Bait, he said we just got to wait, 6 months or so, maybe 18 months. What are your thoughts about that? Why do we got to wait so long to get the benefits of this?
I'd like to know. I mean, I thought they were going to fix everything in 24 hours. I mean, these wars. I don't know how much I can talk about this because I see it getting into trouble, so I'll stop if you tell me to. But what's going on over in Gaza, the ambassador, Mike Huckabee, he's appointed him ambassador to Israel.
Yeah.
That's not what, there's not going to be a 2-state solution there. You might want to look that one up, pro-Palestine people, which I'm not going to sit up here and act like I'm heartless. I see what's going on, but you didn't want to vote for the 2-state solution, and now look what you've got. Go look into that a little bit, educate yourself. He's been appointed as the ambassador to Israel, and he doesn't appear to want a 2-state solution. So that's pretty sad. And of course, it's been touched upon. One last thing, actually. Steve Miller is just he's a schnazi. So deal with that one.
Yeah.
Have fun with that one. He wants you all gone. Don't think if you have papers that you're not going to go. That's not how Steve Miller works.
Tell him, Ange. Tell him, Ange.
That's it. Wait. I lied. One last thing. Matt Gaetz. I mean, do I need to say much more?
Well, no, because the thing about Matt Gaetz, and MAGA doesn't want to acknowledge this, but it's like putting the wolf to protect the hen house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? They say they're trying to protect children and stuff like that, but he's the worst person that you should have to try to protect children.
Yeah, and for TikTok educational purposes only.
I don't get it.
I believe there's somebody, a friend of his, that is sitting in prison taking the rap for him, is what I was last told. So I was just looking on TV, and
Bots in the hen house.
Yeah. And bipartial, they want to, excuse me, bipartisan, they want to look into what the ethics committee, because the ethics committee had started looking into him. So now, I think what's his name? Dick Durbin? Yes.
Yeah.
They want all the information. They want to see what has been gathered by this ethics committee before they move forward.
And we're gonna get it. We're gonna get the information, and we're gonna troll. I'm gonna troll Matt Gaetz if as soon as we get our hands on that information. Yeah, and to these people out there that are supposedly, you know, Christians and helping the kids. Yeah, we're gonna have lots of conversations about that.
And we're going to lower their taxes, right?
Bingo.
Sis?
Bingo.
We're going to lower their taxes. All right.
Bingo.
I'm out of here. Thanks
All right.
for giving me the time, everybody. You have a good time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful Ange. Let's give her a round of applause. No lies detected. All right. Listen. I mean, whether you like it or not, you Trump supporters, there's a lot of promises that Donald Trump made that need to be kept. Now, hold on a quick second. Watch Trump promise to settle the conflict in Ukraine if elected. All right.
To win this war. I want the war to stop. I want to save lives that are being uselessly, people being killed by the millions. It's the millions. It's so much worse than the numbers that you're getting, which are fake numbers. Look, we're in for 250 billion or more because they don't ask Europe, which is a much bigger beneficiary to getting this thing done than we are. They're in for $150 billion less because Biden and you don't have the courage to ask Europe like I did with NATO. They paid billions and billions, hundreds of billions of dollars when I said, either you pay up or we're not going to protect you anymore. So that's maybe one of the reasons they don't like me as much as they like weak people. But you take a look at what's happening. We're in for 250 to 275 billion. They're into 100 to 150. They should be forced to equalize. With that being said, I want to get the war settled. I know Zelensky very well, and I know Putin very well. I have a good relationship, and they respect your president, okay? They respect me. They don't respect Biden. How would you respect him? Why? For what reason? He hasn't even made a phone call in 2 years to Putin, hasn't spoken to anybody. They don't even try and get it. That is a war that's dying to be settled. I will get it settled before I even become president. If I win...
Did you hear that? Admir, did you hear that? Again, Zeus, what's your source? Trump. Zeus, where'd you get that information from? Oh, it doesn't matter to you, Trump supporters, so I'm not even entertaining it. Bottom line is his cabinet pick, they're amateurs, all right? And they're going up against professionals. And you're going to sit up here and try to pretend. Again, your Trump supporters already won. The jig's up. The jig is up. Yeah. Look at it. Now they go, oh, well, play the rest of the clip. No. I don't need to. Zeus, you got to take it all into Nope. And I don't even like hitting play on some of the things he says right now because I believe in a weird way I'm actually empowering him. I don't need to do that. All right. Now y'all keep over there. Okay, let's go to the next panelist, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Who do we have next? Real quickly, Mr. Garcia. Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, sir. How are you?
I'm all right. What brings you to the show this morning?
Well, long-time listener, first-time caller. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Seriously, it's
been
a journey.
Power to you.
All right. Thank you.
Well, just the whole thing with Trump's cabinet and everything that I'm seeing is that these guys aren't amateurs; they're sycophants.
Okay,
everything that all these guys have done and said. They have kissed the ring. They have
smelled the diaper.
Yeah, they have. I would use much more colorful words, but Mama Zeus is listening.
Thank you.
But yeah, they're sycophants, and they're not prepared for what they're going against. And yes, the guy may be active army. Matt may be a captain of the army, but Secretary of Defense. I grew up with Donald Rumsfeld. I grew up with Colin Powell. We're talking generals. We're talking guys with experience in international politics and warfare.
You hear that, Batman? Listen, you might learn something with your nasty self. Please continue, Mr. Garcia. You know, a lot of these Trump supporters, they're focused on the wrong thing. They're about to find out.
Yeah, and I mean, they're all so mad because we're not interacting the way they expect us to. They expect us to be like, oh no, we're wrong. No, that's not going to happen. We listen to his words. We actually listened. We don't need to look between the lines.
Do you think Donald Trump is going to lower utility bills by 50%, like he said?
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. And I think he's going to start killing off a lot of
green
energy solutions.
Unaliving, yeah. There's still people right now that are going to find out the hard way. Do you think he's going to live up to his promise to end the conflict in Ukraine and in Israel and Palestine? I mean, Gaza. You think he's going to do that?
They're going to end, but not in the way any of us want them to. Because he was 40 million in debt. A German bank that has known ties to Russian oligarchs got him out of debt, gave him loans when no one else in the world would touch him. These Russian oligarchs have ties to Putin. Putin grew up in the heyday of the KGB. He was an officer during the Cold War.
Admir, go look this up. Go look this up, Admir. We would tell you the source, but you wouldn't believe us. He's right. He's right, Batman. You go look it up too. I know reading is difficult, but you'll learn if you just get off TikTok and stop doing what you do. Keep going, Adam. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, he was an officer in the KGB during the heyday of it. And what formed out of the KGB when the Cold War ended? The Kresnia mob family.
Oh.
VOR. All the main Russian mobster organizations who use their tactics. What's the biggest tactic they love to do? Is insult their enemies by going after their families. So, of course, Trump gets elected. What's the first thing Putin wants to do? Here's your wife, homie.
Ooh.
Oh, look. So,
yeah, I'm glad that you said this, because I know these folks don't believe me, and it's so nice. It's like a breath of fresh air when other people come up here and they validate this stuff, and we don't give out sources. We just tell them the truth. Right? Do you think they have a lot to be concerned about?
They do have a lot to be concerned about, especially, as you can see, my last name's Garcia, and my name's Adam Garcia. It is so generic. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get picked up at least a dozen times when they start checking IDs. My own brother was talking about changing his kids' names because his wife is white, and was talking about changing his children's names from their Hispanic name to her maiden name, so that way they don't have to deal with it because they are whitey passing.
Wow.
And, we're going to see a lot of denaturalization. My biggest concern about that, though, is we're not going to see deportation. They're not going to get what they want, but they're going to get something that they're going to be equally excited about, and that's going to be free slave labor.
You think that?
The amendment, unfortunately, has a little caveat in there for people to be able to become slave labor if they're incarcerated.
I'm familiar.
You're very familiar with that.
Yeah.
So, of course, countries like Mexico have already said, the president of Mexico came out yesterday and she said that they weren't going to allow for the deportation to happen, and if they do start forcibly deporting them, they're going to forcibly deport expats out of Mexico, which personally I agree with. American expats cause a lot of financial problems in Mexico.
I heard they make inflation occur when they go to these places, right? They contribute to inflation in these places.
Well, yeah, because they buy up multiple homes, they use them as rental properties for other people to come down. I live in Texas. It's the same thing here, is that we have other states and other countries even, or corporations, come in and buy up homes that people could recently purchase.
Wow.
You don't know how hard it was. I sold my home back in, I sold my first home that I purchased in 2012. I sold it in 2022. And I had to fight to not sell it to a corporation. I was getting calls every other day from companies wanting to buy, turning it into a rental property.
Wow.
But back to the point of the whole immigration and deportation thing.
Yes, because we got to move it on, but let's finish it up, and then we got to move on. I got to bring up maybe one more guest, and then I got to get up out of here.
All right. The thing that's bugging me is that everybody is only going for what? The Mexicans and the South Americans. We're not talking about any other country who has people here illegally. And I just find that's kind of as a dog whistle that a lot of them are doing. It's like,
well, if you bring that up, we know why, because it was the campaign rhetoric. He was talking about, obviously people coming in from the border and, people who are eating cat and dogs and stuff like that. It was definitely targeted.
Yeah, no, 100%. It was absolutely targeted. And it's like, what about you want to talk about people committing crime.
Like Admir. Someone said like Admir. Yeah, you're right.
Well,
all right,
circle back to those Eastern European crime families that are here.
But,
Zeus, I won't let you go.
All right, brother.
Thank you so much for your time. Hope to be back sometime.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Brother Garcia. No lies detected. These are people coming in and they're sharing what they're experiencing right now, and this is to me what's really going to be par for the course. All right, I'll do one more, and then I got to get up out of here. If you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat real quickly. All right, I don't got all day to do this. I got to get up out of here. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you want to come up here and explain why you regret voting for Donald Trump. I want to hear from you. All right, Jeffrey said, okay. Daphne or Jeffrey, one of the two. You both said you'll come up here and explain why you regret voting for Donald J. Trump. Come on up here. This is where I want to get. This is what I want to hear. A Russian warship is in the English Channel. Wow, it doesn't sound like I want to hear from a woman. Someone says I want to hear from a woman. Why 1? Because 1 means that's a quick way for me to identify you. That's all. All right. If you're a Trump supporter, please put a quick 1 in the chat. Zeus doesn't have much time. All right. I regret it not. All right. Come on up here, M. Come on up here. You wanna put a joke at the end of it, but I don't think you're joking. Come on up here, M. I'll tell you. I'll help you get those gas prices lowered. Bumblebee, me. You're a Trump supporter? I don't think so. Are you a Trump supporter? Bumblebee, are you a Trump supporter?
I couldn't be a Trump supporter and have. But I just want to tell you that you're saying a lot of things that are great.
Thank you.
People don't believe you, and I think the truth is coming out, and that's why people are starting to think, oh my gosh, they made a big mistake. And you are telling the truth. And you're right. Nobody wants to read. I went on a chat last night.
Oh.
There was like 5 people that were Trumpers. Now, they were trying to jump me, but the moderator was telling them to back down and let me speak.
Yeah.
Because every time I said anything, I felt like I had a bunch of bees stinging me.
Yeah.
And they were saying terrible things about the woman who was more dignified and qualified. So I was almost in tears. But you know what? I held tight.
Thank you.
I took every single one on and I said, listen, you can call it any color you want, but you know what it is? It is what it is.
Thank you.
If we don't see the truth, we're going to bite it big, because what that gentleman said about deporting, I think it's going to be much worse than he thinks. I think that, this is my own opinion, that not only are they going to take the people that are not documented, but I think they're going to start taking the people that are documented.
Yep.
And when that happens, I have some people that argued with me that were from Puerto Rico. Oh, we're voting for Trump, or we're going to vote. We're not voting for either one of them. I think when they go back, I'm going to send them a postcard and say, dude, you should have listened. I'm sorry, but I don't feel sorry for you. Because what happens when he takes all the people out? What are we going to have for workers? Who's going to help us keep our economy going?
See, this is why these conversations mean a lot right now, because I know a lot of people voted for Trump because of the hatred they have in their heart. And I'm never going to forget it, but I talked to the gentleman. He's a black guy. I voted for Trump because I want him to help get rid of the immigrants so I can get more contracts. Talked to a Hispanic dude. I voted for Trump because I didn't like that Kamala Harris was giving money to black men for their business. So what that tells me as a listener is, oh, okay, so you both have hatred in your heart, and Trump was able to tap into that and get you all to play yourselves amongst each other. It's the most bizarre thing.
Yes.
It's the most bizarre thing. Everyone is going to lose in one way, shape, or form. And it's just fascinating. Now, some Trump supporters are clearly waking up, right? And they're, because they said in the Google Trends, one of the things people were looking up was, hey, how do I change my vote? You can't change it.
No, you cannot change your vote. I've already looked into that. Not that I would change mine, but people were asking, can they change it? And I decided I have to Google this. Once it's said, it's done. Now, when they start to feel the repercussions of what they voted for, until it literally affects their wallet, until it literally affects their Medicaid, Medicare, EBT cards,
Their Social Security.
Social Security. And how about health care? I think every person in this country that's ever worked and paid taxes deserves some sort of health care.
Yeah, it's actually in our best interest to have a healthy society that's combating various diseases and outbreaks, right? We don't need another one of those, Black Plague situations that happen in this country. No, you go to the hospital if there's something crazy like that happening. But no, you know what? It's all about money. I get it. All right, so we got to learn the lesson the hard way.
What about the fact that they're trying to take away your right to get a injection to protect yourself against diseases? That's what they're doing. They're literally saying we're going to do away with all those booster shots. So they're not giving us a choice. I appreciate having a choice. And I think that we all deserve that choice. And why are they wanting to control every medical decision we make? Why are they trying to take away stuff from schools? The whole thing with the schools is they're dummying us down. They figure if you're working bees, you cannot think critical. You can't think outside the box. You're just going to do what they say because they're going to brainwash you from the time you're a little kid until you're a full-grown person with no thoughts of your own.
You hear that, Johnny? You don't have any thoughts of your own, Johnny. So listen up to Bumblebee, all right? Because you're clearly lost. Sorry, Bumblebee.
No, that's right. That's the truth. And when this starts to hit the fan, they're all going to start to side with us. But how do you fight a government? Can you go out there with a BB gun or a BB and take care of it? Can you go out there with any kind of weapon? You can't. What are you going to do? Go down. My mom always said you can't fight City Hall. So if you can't fight City Hall, the government's much bigger than that. And even though you disagree after you find out you just screwed yourself, then what are you going to do?
Do you feel any compassion? Because say there's this guy, there's Batman, there's Johnny. These are some of my Zeus haters out there. Hypothetically, Donald Trump 6 months in, egg prices triple, gas doubles. We are in more conflicts than we could ever imagine. Would you feel sorry for these folks?
Absolutely not. They're the ones that voted for it. They did not do their homework. They did not do their research.
They didn't trust us.
And they don't trust because they just want to hate. And they can't see through that hatred. It's like looking, they say the forest through the trees. You can't see the forest through the trees.
Yeah.
These people can't see the truth right in front of their faces.
It's right there. Look at it. Listen, MAGA, we are the truth. We're telling you it, but they can't see us. Isn't that funny?
When it hits them, they will know it because then it's affecting them directly out of pocket, out of their women, maybe possibly dying because of some kind of problem.
And about the women, you hear about record divorces happening. Is there something you would like to speak to on that? Why are these women deciding I'm done with my MAGA man and I'm going to file a divorce?
I think women were always, the ones that were with the MAGA men always thought it was great to have a strong guy as a backbone. I do believe that they wanted, if anything happened, the man would take care of it. But as time goes on and they see women evolving and women taking on and picking themselves up and making their own way as independent women, and then they're realizing, look at what these men are voting. They're voting against me. Now they're opening their eyes and they're seeing that their rights are slowly being taken away.
And that they're better off with Big Zeus, but please continue.
Yeah, so I'm just saying that I can see women starting to really double down and say, you know what, my husband may die tomorrow, God forbid, something happens to him. Where am I going to be if I don't start to find a way, a path, a righteous path, and stop being greedy and stop thinking it's all about me getting money and my tax cuts? Because it's not about just tax cuts. They might give you a great tax break if you're already making over 400,000, but all the other people will be stealing from you because they can't make ends meet. So you're just going to bring the crime rate right up because people need to survive.
Yep.
This is what's going to, it's like a domino effect. The rich people get richer, the poor people, let them eat cake. Let them eat cake.
Let them
And
eat
it's-
cake.
Yeah, it's just not right because we're not going to eat cake. We're going to go and take from the people that have it. The
Thank
people
you.
that did this to us are going to pay the ultimate price because we're not going to lay down on our backs and be doormats. So there's that man guy that is probably, I hate to say it, dumb as crap.
Yep.
And the other one won't even focus on what is real in this world. They're living
Thank
in
you.
some kind of bubble. I don't know.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, listen, Bumblebee, I got to get up out of here. We were rocking and rolling together like you wouldn't believe it, all right? And you got a lot of people, especially these MAGA men like Johnny. You worked him up this morning, so thank you so much for doing that because I knew you would get through to him, all right?
Amen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Bumblebee a huge round of applause. No lies detected. Yeah, W Bumblebee in the chat. She made Johnny cry. She made Batman cry. She made all these MAGA men and Jeffrey too. Wow, you got a trifecta, Bumblebee. Seriously, and this is what we're trying to tell you, Trump supporters. If you think that life was difficult under President Biden, at least you were getting some loving at home, but now you're not even getting that. And your egg prices are going to go up, and your gas prices are going to go up. The cost of living is going to be through the roof. But guess what, though? You won't be woke. You won't be woke, though. And that's what matters, right? Your friends, they might end up getting deported, but you won't be woke. You won't have those Democrats. Okay, fine. But, laugh now, cry later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to get up out of here. Boy, oh boy, this was a very interesting show, to say the least. All right, I want to give you all a round of applause for sticking through. Look at the time. And yeah, there's a line in the sand. A lot of us are saying, don't come crying to us if there's an issue going on that you need support with. Because I'm going to be honest with you. If people start crying, oh, I can't afford to buy my kids Christmas presents. This is because it's coming this year, right? Or maybe next year. I can't afford to buy Christmas presents. I'm going to say, okay, listen. Did you vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris? And your answer to that question, it's going to let me know how to proceed going forward. And don't do that thing that they're doing now. You got some people lying. Oh, you got to lie to these Democrats because if you do tell the truth, then no, just stand 10 toes down. All right, stand 10 toes down. If people ask who'd you vote for? Oh, I vote for Donald Trump. Okay, yeah. I can't help you with your rent this month. No. Jack Smith said he's no Christmas bonuses, right, Angel? You hear these? No, because Trump's going to put tariffs on everything. Yeah. Jack Smith will be stepping down, I believe, before Trump enters the White House. I believe that's what's happening. So I don't know why you're asking that. You read the news like I read the news. All right, you all deserve a round of applause. Jojo, am I leaving the country? No, absolutely not. That's a great question. But I also need to give a final round. Oh, thank you to all of my subscribers, gifters, moderators, and panelists as well. I forgot to do that. But we got to get one last round of booze and shame. You're welcome, Cece. One last round of booze and shame. And this goes out to all the Zeus haters. The Zeus haters like Jojo. Jojo, come up here real quick, Jojo. Why are you asking me what am I doing? I'm a grown adult. I come and go as I please, Jojo. Stop asking me questions and trying to get all up in my business, Jojo. All right? I don't know you like that, Jojo. Yes, thank you for coming up here, Jojo. Seriously?
You lost. Stop crying.
Okay.
Stop crying, okay?
Is that all you had to
You're
say,
crying.
Jojo?
You're crying again.
I'll take care of that. Don't worry.
You're on here to cry.
Okay, don't worry,
Cry
Jojo.
more.
I'll lower your taxes, Jojo. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was Jojo, who clearly is a Zeus hater. And not just him, but all the other JoJos that came before and after. You all are the same. You're the worst of the worst. Let's throw him into the lake of fire. I gotta go.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Listen, you either love me or you love to hate me. Either way it goes, you love Zeus, right? All right, I gotta get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great rest of your morning. Take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. Either way it goes, you love Zeus. I get it. We're out of here, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back tomorrow. I love you too. Same Zeus channel, same Zeus time. Let's go, let's go, let's go! Creative Ink Studios, I love you too. Oh, Johnny, now you love Democrats. You can't have it both ways. Hey, you're just trying to get your partner back, Johnny. It's not going to work. I'm sorry, Johnny. Thank you, Creative Ink Studios. Capria! Thank you, Capria! Don't worry, we're going to take care of that. We're going to lower your taxes. Angel. Your partner, Johnny, you know you lost your partner after the election. Knock it off. You're right. Yeah. Aren't you married, Johnny? You're right, Q-Dog. I need to connect the dots. Yeah, gotta be able to. Johnny, you're laughing because you know I'm telling the truth. You might want to go get her back because guess what? More likely than not, she's hanging out with Big Zeus. Easy. Ladies, you can leave those MAGA men and you come on over here and hang out with us Democrat men. You know, you can tell we actually know how to have a good time, all right? Whatever you want. No, Johnny, I don't need to wish it. I don't need to wish, Johnny. It already is happening. Come on. Hey. Woo! Yeah, Johnny. You should see how I connect the dots. You should see how I do it, Johnny. Don't worry. I'll take care of that. I'll lower your taxes, though. She can hang out with me, but don't worry. I'll lower your taxes and I'll give you those eggs, all right? She is my I don't know what that is, Johnny, but you know, we'll talk about it, all right? I love you too, Loretta. Right, Tiffany, for the people? LDE. Hey, Johnny, don't worry. We'll take care of that. W, it's OC in the chat, thank you. Democrats are smart, I agree. TJ Mars, heart. LDE, Barry, I love you too. Sticky Fingers, Eddie. W, Ange. Put a W, Ange, in the chat. It's the Buffoon Show. Todd, you said it's the Buffoon Show. Well, maybe you'll think this is a Buffoon Show when I do this, Todd, because you know what I'm into. I'm into some of that drill, baby, drill, all right?
You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter.
You right, Johnny?
Drill, gonna frack. Drill was a black frack.
Don't worry, ladies. Come hang out with Big Zeus. We'll drill it. We'll lower those taxes. This is for you, Johnny. Johnny, this is for you. Imagine me, Johnny, and you know, the one that left you. We're drill, baby, and drill, you know. But don't worry, we're going to lower your taxes. We're going to lower those taxes, Johnny. Capria! Yeah! W Capria in the chat. Let's go.
Insane asylums.
Johnny.
You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter.
And she does.
Okay, they say, what?
We're going to lower your taxes.
Right, Johnny?
Deep insane asylums.
Deep insane.
You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal. Drill, baby.
Johnny! They go crazy when I say that. I gotta get out of here. I got to get out of here. Y'all have a great rest of your morning, all right? Drill, baby, drill, all right? We're going to do a lot of